Hello, good to be with you again. As you can see from my background, we're entering the season, the Yuletide season. I don't know what that means to you, but every time we begin to prepare for Christmas, it's a very heavy signal for me. We are preparing for the new year. How are you preparing for 2011? It's gonna be huge. But I can make some predictions about next year. One of them is if you keep doing what you are still doing now, the same way with the same people, you're likely gonna get the same results. Continue that way in the next 10 years, you will repeat the same results. So that's a good prediction for you. Well, let me get straight into why this video has to be, and that is how can I find the right person for me? And this might interest you. Watch out for my book on how to find a perfect partner. But let me quickly hint you that one of the ways to find a perfect partner is to know, and note this very well, that in this whole wide world there is no perfect partner. But rather, like the Bible says, you could find a suitable, adaptable, complementary partner. That will make it a lot easier for you. Don't break your head thinking of, who is that person that will accept me the way I am? Listen to me. That is one way people deceive themselves. Nobody wants to accept you the way you are. You must have something to offer. I'm not trying to sound hard, but this is it. That's the truth. You must have something to offer. It might be in your character. It should be. It might be in your human relations. I mean, what are you bringing to add to the person's life? So, in answering the question, most of the part of the work lies with you. Number one, you have to be very clear about what you are looking out for. But the number one thing to start with is, who are you? I'm not asking about your name. I'm talking about who you are. What's your temperament? What are you about? Why on earth are you here? What's your purpose for being alive? What's taking your focus? What are you living for? How do people perceive you? And like somebody asked me in one of the seminars that I had to speak, how do I know if I'm insecure? And one simple thing I can say there to help you is, tell your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your relatives, people that are very close to you. Let them be honest with you. How am I? Be honest with me. In what areas do I exhibit insecurity? And promise them you will not take it personal. Give them that assurance that will not now mar your relationship with them, and you'll be amazed at the discoveries you will make. So when you take care of that, find out, how do you treat yourself? What are the ways you express your hope, your aspirations? Or you talk more about your fears than you talk more about your aspirations? If you are able to fit in those things and then be very deliberate about building up yourself. Build up yourself for where you are going. Build up yourself so that when the kind of person you are looking out for shows up, you will be able to recognize. There shouldn't be any confusion in your mind about this matter. It's not the person that is going to show up and then he would tell you are the person I've been looking, or I'm the person you have been looking for. You are the person that is meant to recognize the person. Why? You are very clear about what you want. Having said that, there are still more things you need to learn, and those things will help you not to set too high standards, not to also bring yourself too low. There's got to be a balance. But understand that's about giving and taking. But most of the work lies with you. If you are trained to be an accountant, if you see your job description, won't you recognize it? I would. That's how it is. It's not as difficult as people say. Well, take time and visit my website www.singleswithrobintefon.com. Thank you for listening, and God bless.